Yo, what's up with it? This your boy Noonie, this Leo in the third house, back with another reading. This is gonna be another pick a card. We're gonna be trying to get deep. So basically what we're gonna be asking today is, what emotional traumas are you currently healing? Or what emotional traumas are you currently working through? All right, we're not gonna go too specific in your exact emotional trauma, but more so the emotions that you're dealing with and the perceptions that you may be having right now and your current beliefs. We're gonna be figuring them out and figuring out what you're working through and give you a little advice and help you get along your way on this healing journey, okay? Anyway, thanks to all those people who like, share, subscribe, my people who be commenting, busting it up with me, to all those people who like my work. I thank you. This is definitely an art and a craft that I worked on and that I, do a lot of studying on and a lot of research. And, I admire other people who do it, other tarot readers. Don't matter if you have 1, 2 subscribers, 2,000, 300,000, 1 million. Don't matter to me. As long as you're getting the message out there, I love you. Because that's all we're here to do, is help other people get to where we've been and, surpass that stage as well. So without further ado, and without doing too much talking as always, we're gonna start it off. So this is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4. I'm gonna get started on pile 1 right now. Pile 1. So, what emotional traumas are you working through? Okay, so you're working through a few things here. And it's a good thing for you as well, all right? So some of the things I got for you, what you're working on right now, is your pride, your ego, all right? You may have came in a time where you didn't have a lot of abundance, so you've learned to stockpile or kind of hoard things. And this is like, it really has to do with the way that you perceived by other people. Maybe you grew up in a family where there wasn't a lot, because I'm getting that. And this made you afraid of venturing out or trying new things, all right? It had you afraid to take risks or do things that are outside of like planned and precise, all right? But your ego is really attached to your finances or attached to your belongings, like how people see you is really what's really important to you. You're healing that image of your value being based on others or on what you financially have. You're also healing this energy of wanting to always get revenge or paying people back for the slights or the conversation, or like I'm getting from like the conversations or the interactions you've had. It's like you secretly hold on to the spite or hold on to frustrations and anger and seek revenge with people from your past or people who you felt have done you wrong. All right. You might be also healing this feeling of being indecisive or exactly knowing where to go. It's like you're kind of stagnant. You have fixed energy where you don't really want to do anything different than what you've already done. You're stubborn and you're more pushy, slightly judgmental. And there's this energy of being afraid of endings. It's basically like if you don't have control of how things will go or proceed, you pretty much are afraid of them. You have this thing of overthinking as well and being trapped in your head with things. There's this energy of you mostly being shallow, all right, and maybe not getting to the core with other people. Now, you might be like working on your independence. I feel like you're healing your independence. You might be more of a mother or a father's child, and you kind of resemble what they do. You have a lot of cards that represent you being close with your loved ones, where you have this Leo card and you have this Cancer. Your loved ones are safe, all right, which lets me know that you're very big into family, and family might be a little bit of a precursor or a little bit of a assistance with why you feel dependent on them. So you have codependency issues that you're working on as well. And it's because you're choosing to be like your mother or like your father or like your grandparents. You're keeping that same egoic stance, all right? Now, some advice that you do have is to give to yourself, learn to compromise with others, all right? Sometimes it's better it's in your best interest to show others that is in their best interest to help you further theirs. Do you get what I'm saying? It's in their best interest to help you help their best interest. Okay? Because you have a plan, usually. You're a natural born leader if you're a Leo. You also could be a Virgo, a Sagittarius, or a Cancer, or a Scorpio. These are the energies I'm getting so far. But you have this energy of just being stuck or fixed. You know what I mean? What your advice is that luck is on your side. So if there's new things that you want to try, this is a good time for you to venture out and try things that are beaten off the beaten path for you. Learn to give to yourself and to nurture others as well, because you have a time to give rather than to take. So you're needing to learn to give to others the same way that you would like to give to yourself. Like, be as compassionate and as giving. The Virgo represents being like the perfect wife or the perfect mate, you know, not necessarily the males. I would look at that as Capricorn, but it doesn't have to be. But Virgo is more like the perfect wife. You know, she's giving, she's nurturing, she's analytical, she's definitely kind of quiet. She sees the problems before it even begins, and so they're there to help. And that's what you're needing to do. You're needing to be there to help other people as opposed to your own selfish gains or for your own egoic standing. But I get that you're really selfish or that you really keep in a lot of money. And that's why your advice is to give rather than take. You're someone who likes to hold on to their possessions and you're stubborn. And this is really about your ego. And if you don't have a lot of finances or a lot of admiration at that time, or a lot of people who want to do your bidding, then you kind of feel left out or feel confused, like you're not for sure where to go. So it's like you have to either be a leader and you have to be a leader of people who are just as lost as you, or you feel like you don't know what to do necessarily. What I'm getting though is that as an advice, inspiration will be coming and you'll be needing to work forward, right? And the good thing about that is luck is on your side. So you're going to be able to hit whatever target or goals you're going after with like dead precision. But you need to really have a clear vision of where you would like to see, where you would like it to go. Like, kind of see the broader vision about these things. But I have that you may be a little bit shallow with your thoughts and your feelings. You know what I mean? You may not speak too much or actually get in depth. It's like an energy of just being, like I said, shallow, but it's an energy of like really not trying to get to know people unless you see them as a certain status. All right? And then they have this energy of you needing to break free from the conditioning that's bound you. So you're working on your healing and growth, and you're needing to break loose of conditioning from, more likely from parents, mother, father, grandparents. Someone older has given you these values and you've been holding on to these traditions and they haven't been doing you any good. They've been actually making you codependent or dependent on how other people see you to get your value or your possessions. So you've been working on not being so egotistical or valuing how others are perceiving you. You're also going to be finding your own independence and not basing your own beliefs or the way that you live your life based on the people who came before you, like parents, you know, just people who you value their opinion and their input. You know, it could be older brothers, could be older siblings, but you're learning to find your own independence and your own voice and your own mind. So right about now, you've been usually stuck in your head, not really sharing your thoughts, not really sharing your feelings. When you do, you don't really get that deep with people. It's more superficial. That's the word I was looking for. Very superficial. It has to do with finances, has to do with the way that you're seen. It has to do with the way that people value you or the way that people hold you up in esteem. That's really important to you, you know. And like I said, you're more likely a hoarder. You don't really give too much to other people who you don't see on your same level. There's also an energy of you being afraid to take leaps of faith or go after the things that you really want. Because there's a fear of things being ending or things ending, you know what I mean? And then you have this vibe of when people do you wrong, you have to get back or you have to strike them back. You know, it's like you dwell on that. Like your thoughts are always aimed at, if they do me wrong, I'm going to do them wrong. I'm going to get them better. I'm going to get them worse, or I'm going to get them back worse. So there's an energy of that. And of you having a fear of things ending. You don't like when people end things with you, or when relationships or when situations transform. All right, because you have this Leo energy, which is a fixed energy, which is the energy that you're more likely going to be in, a stubborn, fixed, charismatic, but maybe egotistical, you know, but you're also caring and nurturing, but you just don't like to share that part of you. You know, you like to actually insulate your feelings, and that's how you feel that it protects you. But you're going to be learning to be independent of how others are perceiving you. All right. And to let go. My mom used to always tell me a closed fist can't receive. So when you're going to learn to stop always hoarding or holding on to things or being so tight with possessions or materials. All right. As well as getting the courage to actually take leaps of faith and go after new territory or new frontiers. You're igniting a passion within yourself. So you're working on this, on being bold and being brave and just allowing life to just flow through you and show you where you should be. You know, you're going to be learning to trust more about your own intuition as opposed to going off of what people who are older than you or more, maybe more experienced than you are telling you that you should do. All right. So some advice I got for you. One advice I got for you is peace. Calm your thoughts and move your awareness to a peaceful space within your heart. Feel the ebb and flow of love, the eternal movement of the stars. Your life is forever unfolding to greater spheres of love. Relax and do not worry about anything, for all is well. You will soon enter a time of well-earned peace and tranquility. So I'm getting that you're going to be basically finding confidence within yourself to make moves and to be bold enough to either cause endings in your life that, you know, may have not been giving you. Actually, it's an ending of not being able to share your emotions and being shallow with people, like closing yourself off and isolating yourself off inside your head, though. You know what I mean? And it's this fear that you don't want to go out and try new things or take leaps of faith from situations that have ended or that have caused you great pain. Instead, you'd prefer to actually stay and get those people back, give them your retaliation, which doesn't really help. It's like an eye for an eye. That's how you're living it. All right. So I'm getting, though, that you're going to be learning how to nurture yourself, give yourself more emotion, and you're going to be taking the chances to be more giving and nurturing to others and more cooperative with others. You're going to be more of a giver. You're going to learn to be more of a giver, but in a balanced way. But you're first going to learn how to give to yourself and be emotionally grounded within yourself. You're going to learn how to nurture yourself. And there's this ignition of your own independence, all right? You're going to be breaking away from beliefs that maybe older adults or friends or loved ones had shared with you. You're going to be breaking free of that and breaking free of this stinginess, this hoarding nature where you feel like you don't have enough, so you need to hold it all. You know, you might have grew up in a household where you guys didn't have a lot or had to stretch a lot of money or make things work. And so you've been holding on to that, and there's a fear of people leaving you or things changing, of things not being the same as you've always known them to be. You're going to be getting out of that energy and able to take new leaps and just venture out and try new frontiers. All right. So that's what I got, Pile 1. Thanks for watching. This is your boy Nuni, and this is Leo in the 3rd house. I'm about to go over here to Pile 2. Pile 2. So, Pile 2. What emotional traumas are you healing? Okay. I can see that. I can see that. So you might have been doing a lot of work already because you got expecting a powerful change to come and you had the end of a tough cycle approaches. So you've been doing a lot of work already. You're the people that have already been paying attention. What you've been working on is forgiveness and renewing yourself, as well as learning to play it cool. You know, sometimes being a bit clever or a little impetuous can cause situations to blow up or be bigger than what you expect them to be. You might be a little bit pushy, a little bit overzealous. That's usually the energy you're at. And as well as, but you also have an energy of learning to need to be malleable or able to be flexible, working with situations that may not be optimal or ideal for you. All right. You also need to learn interdependence. So you're learning to be cool. Like there's an expectation that you may expect from people, but you're learning to not be so pushy or so impulsive or impetuous with your decision making. You know what I mean? It's best to kind of like relax and be subtle with what it is that you're trying to confirm. Because sometimes by pushing too much, you push others away. And then there's this energy of you needing to learn how to be malleable or learn to be flexible. So you're learning to be cool and be flexible with other people. You're learning not to push, but rather to find a way to make them warm up to you, like maybe be a little bit more charismatic. You're learning to tone it down and not be so bossy or so judgy or so pushy, like hot tempered. You're learning to like relax your temper, to not be, I want to say condescending with people, all right? But you've been doing the work, all right? So maybe you've been feeling like you have to make this work, but you're learning to just be at ease with life, learning to just play it cool. You know, you don't have to control every aspect of what's going on, all right? You're learning to be at ease with life. So your advice is you need to ease your grip on life so that it can lead the way. There is an outcome brighter than you can imagine. And that comes with you playing it cool and not pushing for specific outcomes, you know, not being so headstrong or stubborn as well. There's an energy as well, though, of you not making use of your time. So you might always be late to wherever it is that you're going. It's this energy of like, I'm going to do what I want to do. And you're learning to be more flexible, more, like I said, interdependent, but it's more able to work with others, like more cohesive. You're going to be learning to be more cohesive and not so ill-willed or hot-tempered with others, as well as you may be learning to be on time or learning more time management, because you have an energy of you not really putting forth the effort or your will into getting things done. I'm getting like you're kind of coasting or you're moving very slowly. Like you may take steps very slowly, or you just have a fear of actually like not moving forward as fast as you would like. It's like you don't use your will or your courage or your actual strength to move things forward. You kind of just kind of like let things fall by the wayside, you know. But this is when it comes to like responsibilities, or when it comes to like drastic changes in life, you move very slow with them, you know. It's almost like you don't move at all. Even though you've done this work, this might have been work that you've done for a while, because when it says the end of a tough cycle approaches, this means this is something that you've been working at for a very long time. Capricorn is a sign of longevity, of practical. He's the last one that reaches the top of the mountain in the hero's journey. You know, Capricorn is like the final finale of accomplishment. They do it really great, but it just takes them forever to get it done. You know, because a lot of times they deal with self-doubt, self-fear, self-ridicule, negative self-talk, and then worried about the public perception of everyone else around them. They're worried about how others will perceive them when they go after what it is that they want. So you're learning to go through these cycles, like to go through these situations, to persevere, to keep pushing, to don't stop, to just keep your mind focused on the goal and the task at hand. But you just may not be incorporating schedules, routines, or good guidelines to keep you on balance or keep you on path, is what I'm getting. You're also learning to deal with unfairness, the imbalances and injustices of life, you know, because maybe you were being a bit pushy and a bit judgmental and like controlling with people, and not knowing, like you had an expectation of an outcome when you behave a certain way, you expect others to behave a certain way. And when they don't, you explode. So you're learning to be more malleable, and you're learning to just deal with the injustices or the unfairness of things that come. You're learning to kind of deal with the not knowing, or that area of there being vagueness or ambiguity where you're not really quite sure about things. And so you're learning to just play it cool, as opposed to just, you know, impulsively acting or stating what's on your mind, you know, just because you feel that you're right. You're learning now to just kind of go with the flow of what's happening, be willing to work with others and give it your best. That's the energy I'm getting. Like you have an energy of learning to give it your best, as well as you're learning to forgive. All right. And that's a great thing. So you might have had the trigger feeling somewhere in this million, or you might be currently feeling it right now, that maybe you didn't deserve the hurt that other people have given to you before in the past. but you're having a renewal right now. You're renewing yourself, and you're going to be learning to forgive people, for their indiscretions about you. They didn't know better than what they know now. You're more of you're allowing the labels of like judgments, past judgments to, you're allowing these judgments to basically dissipate or disappear. You're seeing the situations and the individuals through your heart, which is great because this is the heart chakra, as well as your solar plexus. So you're learning to actually like speak your truth, not just speak your truth, but you're learning to like emanate your truth, like feel this truth, feel your emotions. You're learning to actually explore. You don't have the heart, you don't have the, we don't have the throat chakra, but you're learning to like open yourself up to experiences and to love and to give others the love that you would like to receive. You're learning this lesson, but I do get this energy of you needing to have better time management and better routine or structure or schedule. It seems like you're always out of time, or you're always coming late to somewhere, or you're just not allocating your time to do what it is that you need to do for yourself. You might be giving your time to others, but you also have this fear of moving forward or going into the unknown. It's like you need control at all times. But your advice is letting you know that powerful change is coming, all right? And here's your advice as well. So you have 2 cards of forgiveness. So you are working on forgiving people. So this is what you have. Forgiveness. Holding on to a past hurt is preventing you from moving forward and achieving your heart's desires. Let it go. Forgiveness does not mean that you condone another's actions. It simply means that you are no longer willing to be a perpetual victim to a particular person or event. Blame is a waste of your precious energy. Bless and surrender the past. For in doing so, you will reclaim a joy of life. All right? But you're renewing yourself. You're dealing with injustices and unfairness, and you're learning how to just go with the flow of that. You've reached a tough cycle through perseverance and through being headstrong and through making practical steps and not giving up on yourself. And you're learning to play it cool and not be so pushy or judgmental or temperamental with other people. You're learning not to push for certain outcomes with other people. Instead, you're allowing it to flow and allowing yourself to learn interdependence with other people. Learn to work with them together for a common goal, but allowing them to be just who they are without you trying to control the total aspect. It comes from a fear of being hurt and not letting go of those because of injustices and imbalances, or just that lack of clarity with other people. Maybe you had a lack of communication with people and you had a fear of that, a fear of not really knowing people's intentions or not really getting the even give and take that you've been looking for from people. But you're learning to just kind of like sit back, relax, and just let life be as it is. And because of that, though, you may have been not dealing with actual routine and dealing with staying on time or staying punctual with appointments, or punctual with assignments, or punctual with goals and deadlines that you have for yourself. Instead, you just hold yourself in stagnancy and not moving forward. You have a fear of not being treated right, or things just not going the way that you expect them to go. But you can expect powerful change, all right? So you could be a Pisces, you could be a Capricorn, you could be a Libra, or you could be a Cancer. I also have Aries, so you could be one of these 4 signs. But I get that you're renewing yourself. Something that might help you is to go get you a massage, go get rubbed down, even massage yourself if possible. I would say, if anything, I would say that this has to do more so with like massaging your back, massaging your chest area, this region right here, your heart region, your stomach region, massaging your back and your sides. These areas you may be carrying a lot of tension in. So you're needing to ease into this actual flow. Ease into creating a new balance or a new routine for yourself. Like ease in with life. You don't have to control the current. Just kind of allow it to take you and flow with it. But do be ready to actually take action when the opportunity presents itself. You're learning this. When the opportunity presents itself, you're learning to actually take action. all right, and not just kind of wait or see how it's going to play out. Instead, you're being asked to take action when opportunities present themselves, all right, and to forgive people for the past hurts that they've given you. But you need to ease into this. You may feel like you have to make things work a certain way, but you don't. Ease in with life and allow life to flow and show you where you belong, all right? That's the advice I got for you, Power 2. Thanks for watching. This is your boy Noonie, and this is Leo in the third house. I'm about to go over here to Power 3 and see what's up with them. Power 3, this is your reader. So let's see what emotional traumas are you healing. Power 3. Oh, okay. Yep. That makes sense. Okay. So, Power 3. What I'm getting mainly right now is you're learning to have faith in yourself. You're building up your own confidence. There may have been issues where, kind of like Power 2, where they had like an expectation of an outcome, but you're needing to actually detach from the way that other people see you. Confidence is your key to letting go of these things from your past, all right? You're not quite flexible, so you're learning to be flexible with life, sort of like Power 3, Power 2 as well, but what you're being asked to do is be present. Now, you have an energy of you mostly in the past being more impetuous or quick to make a decision, you know, and basically kind of like jump off the cliff without a parachute, without a backup plan, without no real planning or no real thinking. You're also learning to let go of this feeling of not having enough or a feeling of previous beliefs. It's like you never intentionally held on to beliefs because you wanted to do your own thing. You know, you were always moving, always going, always going. And then because you have Capricorn, you could be a Capricorn, right? You could be a Leo, you could be an Aquarius, or a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You could be one of those 4 signs, 5 signs. All right, that's the energy I'm getting so far. But what I'm getting is that there's an air of like holding on to beliefs and putting on the facade of being overwhelmingly happy or overwhelmingly content. All right. Now, this past that you had with you being a bit, it's just reckless. Like you made a lot of reckless decisions, you know, or a lot of like your actions would be like really like you're learning to be more present in the situation and think long term about how your actions are affecting your future. Like, don't let your past hold you back. Confidence is your key to changing from what you've already been. What you're being asked to do at this time is elevate and become more aware of yourself. Now, you might feel that you never get what you want, and this is what might have made you become impulsive or more reckless with the way that you go after things. All right. You might have also been feeling low, but what you're learning now is to be present so that you can persevere through these hurdles and these blockages. All right. You're learning that you are a powerful creator and that you can get what you want, that things are fated for you. You just may not be all the way aware of them. All right. Because you have a certain expectation of how things should appear or should go into your life. You know, you're not the one that tries to control them, but what you do is you detach from things when they're not exactly how you would like them to be. You no longer show love to situations that don't play out how you want them to play out. And if you do detach from people, you're needing to do it with love and not with the intent of taking control of a situation. You have a big thing about your ego here, and confidence is your main thing here in terms of like believing in yourself and believing in your ability to change. Excuse me, I'm stuttering. But believing in your ability to change, to get the outcomes that you are looking for, like being more prideful or more confident in yourself. That's for sure. But I was looking for another word. But what you're doing is learning to elevate by being present in the moment and not being so impulsive or so impetuous and not being so reckless with your decision making. You're learning to be more flexible with life. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you're learning flexibility and how to actually fit yourself into the mold of this new way of being. All right. Some advice you have at this moment is you are a powerful creator. Listen to your inner voice. Release your ideas of the outcome you wish to see. Trust that you are aligned with the universe. Man, and this is what's going to elevate you. You have more advice as well. It says release the worry and fear and allow confidence, trust, and strength to take you to your goal. So you have key to confidence. I mean, success is your key to success. I mean, confidence is your key to success. And then you have joyfulness. So you're needing to actually express yourself in a way that is like childlike wonder, that is like outgoing, charismatic, warm, charming. This is where you're needing to be. Show the world the real you and not this version of you that detaches when things don't go the way that they expect them to do. You expect them to be. You're learning these processes. You're learning to process these emotions and stay present and grounded and not always look back to the future, to the past, while trying to be present. Because while you're looking back at the past, you're not actually in the present building for your future. All right? When you're looking back at the past, you're not standing present. That way you can prepare and build for your future. So by focusing on your past, you're ruining your future. You're stalling it out. You know what I mean? You're messing up the possibility of it being the way that you would like it to be because you're focused on what hasn't worked in the past. All right. And that's what's also caused you to be a bit reckless because it's a fear that you may not achieve what it is that you want. It's like you want growth, you want life to happen, but you have a fear of expressing yourself in a way that other people can see you. So maybe out of being reckless, that was how you were able to get your attention in the past. All right. But you're being asked to be more present now and not to put on the air of having everything already figured out. All right. It's like you've released some of the old patterns that you've been taught, but now you're clinging tight to your own beliefs. All right. And you're needing to actually find out whether these things are true or false. The stories that you're telling yourself, are they true or false? The ideas that I'm having, do they have, excuse me, there's a lot of air. These ideas that I'm having, do they have integrity or are these more ego-based? Am I really providing clarity? Am I really giving justice, truthfulness, honesty? Am I really being this person? Or am I making another hasty and reckless decision? Being present and actually paying attention to how you feel at the moment is going to help you process these moments, help you process these feelings and these emotions. All right? But you're learning to become more aware of who you are and aware of how you want to present yourself to the world. Okay, so here's your advice. Opportunity. Wondrous possibilities and opportunities await you. Stop dwelling on past mistakes. Surrender the past lovingly. There is nothing to regret. All is always in perfect and divine order. Everything that you've ever experienced has helped you in some way. The past is behind you. The path ahead is clear. Move forward joyfully and fulfill your heart's desire. You got two cards of being confident and being joyful and being happy in the moment and being present in the moment and not being so impulsive or reckless with your thinking and with your actions. Don't, because that's how you were in the past. You're being asked to show the world the real you, the person that you envision yourself being when you're really being warm and loving and genuine and outgoing and charismatic. You're being asked to show yourself that. There's where your success lies, by showing yourself this love and affection and really showing the world and allowing others to see who you genuinely are and being present. That's really the mainest issue. Being present at all times and grateful and joyful, right? Being aware. You know what I mean? You have so many signs of being aware, of being present, of being here. You could be an overthinker of some sort, or more of someone who's really, really fiery, really moving on the go, but stubborn about how they want things to go as well, which is what the past few signs are. We really want control, but you're learning here to actually let go of like putting on the facade of having it all figured out and putting on the facade of or holding on to these beliefs that aren't really valuable to you anymore. These are beliefs that aren't valuable to you anymore, and this is your past. Don't let your past hold you back, is what your advice is as well. So we have one more advice, and this is invitation. We, your guardian angels, ask you to invite us into your heart. Talk to us at any time. Share with us your fears and concerns, as well as your joys and pleasures. There is no need to be formal, for we have known you since before the dawn of time. In fact, we know you better than you know yourself, and we love you just as you are. So show the world the real you, because you are loved just as you are, Power 3. So thanks for watching. That's all I got for this Power 3. I'm about to go over here to Power 4. This is your boy Noonie, and this is Leo in the 3rd house. And I want to thank you again for watching. Oh, last pile. Pile 4. This is your reading. So, pile 4. What emotional traumas are you currently healing and working through? Oh, okay. I see. Okay. I promise I'm not a Virgo. I'm just trying to get things straight for myself so I can be content with reading them, because I like to have them lined up. It makes things a little bit more precise for me. You feel me? Okay. So, I have the inclination that you are a person who is normally undecided about where they want to go. All right. You're usually undecided with how you would like things to turn out for you. You always need answers from other people. You could be a Libra, right? You could be a Scorpio as well. Or you could be a Taurus, a Leo, a Scorpio, or a Aquarius. But I'm getting this energy of you being usually confused and unforsure where you want your life to go. It's like you need other people to tell you what to do. Now, you have this opportunity or a brand new beginning. It's like you're learning to be more optimistic about your future and learning to not be so stuck in your head and continuing the same patterns. You're being encouraged to take a new path. You're having a choice right now in your life on whether to take a new path or continue down the same path you're at. But they're asking you to have optimism about your future. Now, some adjustments may need to be required for what you currently have going on. It's asking you to adjust your path. The trajectory that you're on right now may be a repeating cycle where you keep seeming to come back to the same crossroads of needing to decide where to go next. It's like you have so many options or so many routes to take when you really need, they're asking you to narrow it down to 2. All right. So you may have a fear of like having to survive. I get an energy of you living by survival. So every day for you was like an opportunity. It seemed like the same pattern, the same thing over and over. So you were living by survival, like learning to survive. And what they're asking you to do is get in touch with a higher power. All right. Notice that your path is, this path for you is destined, is the energy I'm getting. Like they're giving you an opportunity, but you're needing to get on path. You're needing to take life by control because you have fork in the road, which lets me know that you're not really for sure exactly where you want to go. And you're healing this emotional trauma of feeling lost or feeling abandoned, you know what I mean? And needing other people to lead you or give you the answers or always tell you what to do. So you're learning to adjust for yourself and have faith in your next 2 paths or in your next endeavors. Because what you've been doing is keeping yourself in a mental prison, but in like a round and round cycle. Like things haven't changed. You've been perpetually repeating the same cycles over. So adjustments are required for you to get over onto the path that is actually destined for you. You need to take life by the balls, pretty much. You need to take control, all right? That you might have been dealing with, living on like survival instinct, where you felt like others were maybe sneaking or trying to take control of you or demonizing you for the way that you were. And so it had you at a place where you were afraid to actually make a decision and be committed to it. So you need other people to tell you or to give you clarification about maybe how you should feel or about what you should do with your life. And you're getting over that right now. You're decluttering yourself, and maybe you were worried about the mistakes that you made in the past. It's like you feel like maybe you have too much to do. I get this spinning in circles. Like, why does this always happen to me? Why am I always doing this? Oh, I'm right back at this trouble again. I'm starting this all over again. And it's telling you that you need to adjust the way that you've been going about life. You don't need other people to tell you what to do or give you guidance. All right. You're needing to actually trust in the divine, trust in the spirit, allow it to guide you on your journey and on your path. Otherwise, you're going to keep doing what you're doing. You're learning to regain your innocence, because people might have demonized you or made you feel bad for about how you may have been living in the past. And it might have been taught because you might not had enough coming up as a child. And so you had to survive or do things that might have been against your own integrity. And you're needing now to take control of your life. You don't have to be in that stage anymore. You know, you have a bigger destiny and there's a bigger plan for you. There's a path that's going to be opening up. You know, it's on you to decide whether you want to keep going in the same cycles that you're going in, or do you want to go into this new path with optimism and hope. All right. This is Sagittarius energy. This is like an expansion of your emotions. You know, you'll be filled with optimism, being excited about doing new things and actually taking your life in control. So right now, what you may be feeling is you have so much to do. But a true statement is you are playful. See, that's why they're asking you to have this optimistic energy with this two paths. Because it's like making a choice, making a decision. You have to do it, not other people. Other people can't tell you what's in your best interest for you. What you're also healing is this energy of just throwing up your responsibilities and letting other people deal with it. You're dealing with that. You're handling that. This energy of throwing up your responsibilities, or dealing with your finances and just maybe wasting money, or just throwing things like I say your responsibilities, like throwing things that matter or that are practical to your livelihood. You're just kind of throwing them away. Right? That's what you're working on as well. And then you're working on as well as decluttering your space. So you could be not necessarily a hoarder, but the way that you hold on to things is out of a fear. It's a fear-based. Like you feel like you need to have this, otherwise you'll be without. You know, you have a fear of going without. And so what it's letting you know is if you feel like you've made so many mistakes, it's okay. You can let it go. Everything you have done up to this point is leading you to where you need to be. Let go of the past and be here now. All right. The higher power, you have basically, there's a path that's being lit up and illuminated for you. You just needed to actually listen to your own intuition and take control of your life. I'm also getting this energy of you like actually working towards practical things. Like you're learning to actually take small and steady steps towards the things that you want to achieve. You're working on getting into new experiences, like being vulnerable with lovers and being vulnerable with people that you care about. You know, I'm getting that you also might be, when it comes to relationships, you probably be keeping your business personal, like not asking other people for advice or giving other people the details about what you guys have going on. You know, but what I'm getting most importantly is that you're going to be taking control of your life and letting go of the past mistakes of what held you back before. Because what was holding you, I'm getting, is that other people might have made you feel bad for making the choices that you felt were in your best interest. And so it gave you this feeling of still needing to be undecided or asking permission to do what it is that you want. It's like now you're learning to be more optimistic and go after what it is that you want. Otherwise, you run the risk of staying in the same cycle and being stuck in the same patterns, stuck in your head, not able to see your way out. All right? You don't need other people to tell you what to do. You just need to adjust your pattern, adjust your path, adjust to the life that you want to live, and let go of those past mistakes that you made before. You're reclaiming your innocence is what I'm getting. And making your own decisions in terms of where you want to go in your life. This is what I got as your advice. Inspiration. A wave of inspiration and a stream of beautiful ideas are about to enter your aura. It is important that you trust your intuition at this time. Pay attention to unusual thoughts that come to your mind and do not discount your imagination. Many wonderful ideas have served humanity, were initially scoffed at or ridiculed. We, your guardian angels, will help you discover ways to apply your ideas and manifest new realities for your life. And that's what I just told you. Divine is basically just giving you a new way, a new possibilities, giving you a path, a new pathway to take. You have an option of where to take. You have two cards of needing to choose a direction, but you have the divine with you. The answers you need are coming, but they're more likely going to come from the inner within you, your own intuition. And so you're going to be learning to not be throwing up, your power, giving your power to others. You're going to be learning not to give your responsibility to others. And the responsibility to yourself is the first rule. And you're going to be learning not to give that responsibility to others. The decision-making power of your life does not belong to others. It belongs to you. And you're learning to heal that trauma. All right? You're also learning to be more vulnerable with people that you care about and isolate your relationships where you're not going to be sharing your intimate details with people who are on the outside. That's what I'm getting as well. As well as, like I said, this whole situation that you have, this whole healing process that you're working through is a greater mission at hand for you. All right. And so you're being asked to grab life by the balls and move forward, push forward with optimism and full belief in yourself that you can break these patterns that have been keeping you stuck in the same cycles and the same mental anguish. You don't need anyone else to tell you what to do. You know what's best for you. It's time for you to take control for yourself. Inspiration is coming. The divine is giving you the light that you need to go ahead where you need to be. It's just your time to take charge. All right, Power 4? That's what I got. Thanks for watching. This is your boy Noonie, and this is Leo in the third house. I appreciate y'all again.